digging out of dumpsters and getting expired food.
What's happening, brother?
What's happening with you?
Making videos.
Making videos?
Yeah, do you want to express something to the public?
Sure.
Okay.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right. A little frustrated and mad.
What's going on, brother?
Well, you know, I met these people, Food Not Bombs in Tempe, Arizona.
Yeah.
And it was the first thing, and that's the first time I ever in my life saw homeless teenagers, ever. Because there was teenagers there that had to, you know, had to live and had to eat. And now what they were doing was they would go and they would ask businesses for donated food that was expired and old. And so they give it, says here, food is a right, not a privilege.
Right.
That means we all have the right to eat because the earth provides food for us all.
Yep.
And the reason it doesn't thrive is because of the way we hate each other, the wars, things like that. And the earth does not want to provide for a species that is selfish, greedy. Like right whenever a water, let's say a water spring pops up, somebody runs over and claims that this is mine.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not the way that is. And the earth immediately shuts that off and it dries up because the earth does not want to provide for people who are greedy and self-centered like that.
Yeah.
And once people have faith in Mother Earth and in God, then it will flourish and there'll be food for all of us. Fresh food, not just rotten vegetables and leftover fruits that poison people.
That's a good message.
Yes, well,
I'm familiar with Food Not Bombs.
Well, they're good people. You know, it's good people to hang out with, but what they didn't understand is that what I mentioned. In the United States of America, we have what's called health codes. And it's because they don't want to poison people. Like I ate at a restaurant in Mexico.
Yep.
And I got really sick because they say, look, Mexico is the freest country in the world. I'm like, that's because you don't have health inspections and health inspectors to make sure that the food that you serve is healthy to serve.
Right.
And so, you know, I got really sick, and it's like here in the United States, one thing that makes us a great, good country, that government that does its part and does its job, is like the food inspectors, the health inspectors, fire inspectors, to make sure that
they're supposed to. But the Food and Drug Administration, like most of the others, are also on the take, so they're getting.
I can explain, and yes, you're absolutely right. You are familiar with a product called Zycam?
No.
Well, Zycam was a drug put out by a company now. It's called the Rothschilds. And, how I know is a guy who worked for Israeli Mossad.
Yeah.
Called the 800 number, and they would drink this Zycam. Teenagers, then they'd go to what's called raves.
Yeah.
And it would make them feel like they're tripping on LSD. They call it like robo-tripping.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, and now they got their chemists from like Homeland Security, FBI, and people like that who make these drugs, fake LSD, to market, put it on the shelves of Walgreens. You know how they got it on the shelves of Walgreens?
I didn't.
They called it a preventative. And with the FDA and the Drug Administration, if you call something a preventative, then it bypasses and it goes straight to the shelves.
Excuse me, cigarette? You mind a hand-rolled one?
Yeah.
Or you can have that one too.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That was nice.
Yeah, well, they were free.
Zyclote?
Zycam, or Z-I-C-M, like you got a cam there, but it was called Zycam.
Zycam.
To be like